Hi, Julie Rader here with the weekly astrological update from January 24th through the 30th. So if you like this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone you feel could benefit from this information. All right, let's dive right in. This is very much a Capricornian week. So much Capricornian energy. So we start off on Monday the 24th with Mars, the planet of action, the planet of motivation, planet of aggression, the planet that fires us up to get things done, moving into Capricorn. And Capricorn is the planet of business. It's the CEO energy. It's the planet of structure and discipline. So when Mars moves into Capricorn, we have our business wits about us. We become motivated to maybe work on these business projects we haven't worked on, or it depends where the Capricorn cusp is in your chart. So if Capricorn is in your second house and Mars is moving in there, maybe you become more motivated to look at your finances or to make more money. Or if it's in the 10th house, anything business wise, or so you can go through each of the houses and look at it where it is in your chart. But in general, when we have Mars, the motivator, going into the business, structured, disciplined sign, we can become more disciplined too in our health routines and getting our exercise routines going, or if there's a change that we're wanting to make in a dietary sense, then we could become more disciplined and motivated to actually make those kinds of changes as well. So yeah, that's happening on Monday. Then we also have Juno, the marriage asteroid, conjunct Pluto, also in Capricorn. So this is all about looking at our relationships and being really honest with ourselves, which ones perhaps need to die away, or what old beliefs do we have about relationships that no longer serve us. So this conjunction here, it does have a death and rebirth feel to it, a shedding of the old to make room for the new, so that we really can become like the phoenix rising out of the ashes in our relationships. Then on Tuesday, we have Mercury, which is retrograde in Aquarius, now moving back into Capricorn. So more Capricornian energy. We have both Monday and Tuesday, a couple of the personal planets moving into the sign of Capricorn. This really just shows me that not only will we be motivated on a business sense, we will be communicating in a way that is way more business-like, or in a way that is a bit more practical. However, Mercury is retrograde, so maybe it's going inward in our inner dialogue, looking at it in a way that makes more sense. Also, Mercury retrograde back into Capricorn, maybe we're going through and really editing some work that we did in the past, or re-looking at something we launched in the past, or we never launched because we didn't feel good about it. Maybe it's time to Mercury retrograde, look back over it, revisit it, go through it with a fine-tooth comb and make it marketable, make it practical, put a bit more of business strategy to it before putting it out onto the market or out into the world. And that's what we'll feel like doing on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we have the Mercury newly in Capricorn, still retrograde, making a beautiful harmonious aspect, a trine to the North Node in Taurus. So again, looking back at, wow, okay, so what is our true destiny? Maybe we've been getting some clarity. Maybe we receive some clarity over the weekend with the Cazimi we just had, the Mercury retrograde Cazimi. So maybe we are gaining more clarity on our direction, on our purpose, what would bring more meaning into our lives. And with this beautiful, harmonious aspect, maybe we're sitting down and actually, again, putting a strategy in place or a business plan in place, excuse me. So, really looking at that on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we have Mercury retrograde again. So Mercury retrograde, once it moves into Capricorn, it's really stealing the show. It then becomes conjunct Juno. So this is when maybe we have some exes coming back into the picture so that we can have closure, or maybe there was some miscommunication and we really need to have a conversation with somebody so that we can move on in a way that feels better or more harmonious. Or simply maybe there's been something bubbling up inside and we finally need to have this conversation with somebody we're in relationship with now. Then on Friday, again, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, this time conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. So before earlier in the week, we had Juno conjunct Pluto, and then we had Mercury retrograde conjunct Pluto. Now we have conjunct Juno, and now we have the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn conjunct Pluto. So we have this Mercury, Juno, Pluto energy that is happening all week long. So really we're combining, okay, Mercury retrograde communication, but going more inward and revisiting our old beliefs, our old thoughts, our conversations that we need to have with others. Specifically, Juno, those we're potentially in relationship with. Then we bring in Pluto, big powerhouse Pluto, which is all about death and rebirth. We're really looking at our relationships and communicating what we need to move forward, what we need to perhaps end. So that's the biggest theme of the entire week. And then on Saturday, we have Venus, the planet of love and worth and luxury and finances, stationing direct after her retrograde period. She is stationing direct in Capricorn, where she will remain for about another month. And then we have the moon moving into Capricorn, so much Capricorn energy. So when Venus stations direct, the day that a planet stations direct or retrograde is the day that we feel it the most. So we could be feeling it financially. It's happening on Saturn's day, and Venus is in Capricorn, whose ruler is Saturn. Really looking at our worth, looking at the finances. And again, we've had all this Juno energy. So looking at relationships as well. Then on Sunday, the 30th, we have Juno in Capricorn. So I'm looking at my calendar over here, making a beautiful, harmonious aspect, a trine to the North Node in Taurus. So this week is really a lot at looking at our relationships, having conversations, sometimes difficult conversations that we need to have, being aware of the miscommunication because we have Mercury retrograde. But then when we have this Juno making this trine, this beautiful aspect to the North Node in Taurus, then we really realize, okay, either we make the changes in the relationship so that we can feel more purposeful and our relationships feel more meaningful, or perhaps we need to end something that is no longer working for us. And in the end, we feel that it's the right decision for us, and we know that it will be harmonious and really will be for our best interest. And then the final aspect of the week, we have the sun in Aquarius, making a square, a challenging aspect to Uranus in Taurus. So this really is an energy of there could be some disruption, or maybe we feel that our energy level is a bit off. Um, so just be aware of this. This is leading right up to the new moon that we're going to have the very next day. So be really good to yourself, especially over the weekend. Do things that are calming for your nervous system. Do some yoga, do meditation, get into water, walk near water, to balance out some of this energy. And really, this whole week, come up with a business plan for your life, a business plan for your relationships, a business plan for any projects you're working on, and be practical about it all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.